The market has been ripping higher, but it's now the time for you to buy. Let's first take a look at the SPY. On Friday, we had the biggest move thanks to Jerome Powell, pushing new all-time highs intraday. We didn't quite get a new all-time high close, but still, price came right back. Now, this makes me really nervous on the outset because we had one close under the 10 EMA, another close under the 10 EMA. That's your short-term moving average. And then another close under the 20 EMA. That's your intermediate term moving average. So we gave up the short term, we gave up the intermediate term, and then we brought it all back in a single day. Now, this doesn't give me a lot of warm and fuzzies because this tells me that there is something under the market that doesn't look great. Under the market, under the hood, everything that you can see doesn't look so great. And with this big outlier block right in its way, that is buyers who got stuck at this level who are waiting to get back out at break even. And it did not close above that point. Had it closed above that point, the market would be looking a lot stronger, but we're looking at some overhead resistance here. So we have a sell signal on the market, which is not a great start. And the market is getting less and less greedy. That's not a great start. Let's then go into market breadth. We actually have a bearish crossover on market breadth. More and more sell signals, less and less buy signals. And we can see the number of stocks with uptrends is trending down. The number of stocks with downtrends is trending up. So I always like to look at every stock on a objective basis, and that always starts with the market. So the trend is great, but the signal and the breadth, that's not going to be good. But let's jump into looking at Tesla. So we've established the trend in the market, the signal and the breadth. Now let's go look at Tesla. So if we move back over to Tesla here, we can see Tesla has a sell signal that just came on Thursday. It's getting more and more fearful in Tesla. Now, the discretionary sector has a bearish crossover in the number of stocks with buy signals. It has less and less stocks with uptrends, more and more stocks with downtrends. So the breadth in that sector looks terrible. However, the fear and greed is growing on average in this sector. So I will give you that. In fact, I got these backwards here. There we go. So the trend looks good for the market. The fear and greed looks good for the sector, but we're not out of the woods just yet. Let's start looking at the stock. We have that sell signal here. So we definitely want to keep that red. Let's go look at the Tesla chart. And we can see the 10 is over the 20, price is over the 50. So we're going to mark that trend green. Let's go to the fear and greed on Tesla. And we can see fear and greed is getting more fearful, less greedy. Okay, that's not so good. And then outlier blocks, if you picked up on it, you can see right here, this bullish outlier block has given it so much support for months now, just bouncing around this area. And today it pushed right up into this bearish order block. Now, do these mean that it will always continue to bounce back and forth? No, but there definitely is a lot of trapped buyers who are looking to get out at break even right here. So I will not give you outlier blocks. So this is the best you can get out of Tesla. Tesla's a weak buy. I'm sorry. No, I take that back. Tesla's not a weak buy. Tesla is a weak sell all day. And this is not a beautiful setup whatsoever. Now let's go to SoFi. SoFi, a little bit of a different story on Friday. What a huge move SoFi had, right? We still have, now we're switching to the financial sector. We have less uptrends, more downtrends, hasn't quite crossed bearish yet on the signals. So let me reset this. We have a bearish trend. We have bearish breadth overall. Let's see. 5803, 50. No, I'll give you middle ground there. I'll give you middle ground on the sector. So this is where we're at right now. The fear and greed is growing ever so slightly. I'll give you that one. Now let's go into the stock. Was getting before Friday, because this is data built on Thursday's close. Before Friday, it was getting less and less greedy. Less and less greedy. That's not a great start. And it actually had a sell signal, right? A sell signal. That's not a great start. But it was in a big, beautiful trend and never, ever, ever go against the trend. And then let's see if it pushed through that order block on Friday. It did. It broke right through that order block on Friday, right up here. And it is looking really, really strong. So SoFi, best I can give you is neutral on SoFi. Now, listen, I traded SoFi last week. These are my notes on here. I took a small loss on it because that's what I needed to do in my trading plan right here. Was it the wrong thing to do? No. Always remember, you develop your trading plan to fit your risk tolerances and your lifestyle. We had a close under the 10 EMA. That was a red flag for me. That was a big red light. Could we have anticipated a huge move up like that? No. And I never, ever, ever want you to feel like you did the wrong thing whenever you get out of a trade. Even if it rockets up like this, that's part of the game. It could have just as easily gone down. That's part of the game too. Always follow your plan, whatever that plan may be, and don't Monday morning quarterback it because you had no control over what this was. All you could do is see 2 closes under the 10 EMA and know that, you know what, this is not a stock that I want to be in. So that's where SoFi is at right now. Now, let me introduce myself. My name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where outliers like us save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go over to AMD. I get the most trolls ever on AMD. You AMD bros, you love your AMD stock, and that is totally fine. If we want to take a look at it, right, I was calling for I really wasn't calling for anything. I was just stating for months that AMD is in a big, ugly downtrend. And once it finally bottomed and turned around on May 7th, it has been in a huge rocket ship up since that point, right? Why would you ever be an AMD hater? Why would you ever be an any stock hater, right? Just follow the trend of the stock. Your trends will change just like the trends here, or your perspective will change just like the trends are here if you are a smart investor, a smart trader. Now, I've also been warning you that AMD had this giant order block overhead, and boy, did the trolls come for that one. You're so dumb, Chris. It's going to go to the moon. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you would ever say that AMD has an order block on top of it, and it's not going to go straight up to $1 million a share. Bros, I've done this a bit longer than you probably have, right? This is an area of trapped buyers all the way back from July of 2024. As soon as we got back to break even, they are selling their shares off, okay? We have closes under the 10, closes under the 20, multiple closes under the 20. AMD is very sick right now. AMD is super duper sick right now. So let's go light this up. The trend of the market is going to remain intact. Let's go look at the sector, the tech sector. It's getting less greedy, more fearful. It's got more sell signals. It's got less uptrends, more downtrends. This is not good. Okay. If you own AMD, this is not good. The trend still has the 10 over 20 price over 50, but that could change very, very soon, right? So I'm still going to make this green for you, AMD bros. There you go. I'll give you that. The signal is a sell signal, The most recent sell signal was on Wednesday. Get you out of the way on Wednesday. The fear and greed on AMD. Dude, that fear and greed on AMD went up almost daily since this buy signal came in April, when it basically doubled in this time frame. Daily, it was going up and up and up and up. And now it's peaked and it's starting to come back down. This greed value is now turning more fearful. And then outlier blocks, yeah, I would say that there is a big, ugly, nasty outlier block on top of it that who knows if it's ever going to get through it. AMD is a strong sell to me. AMD is a strong sell. SoFi, or not SoFi bros, AMD bros, go ahead, leave your comments in the chat. Do what you're going to do. I don't care. I'm just looking at it objectively. AMD is not a stock that I would own, even with your money. Let's go to HIMS next. HIMS is in the staples sector. Now, let's go here. Now, this is the market. The market's always going to be the same. In this sector, we have more greed coming through. We still have a bullish cross on breadth, but we're getting less uptrends, actually less downtrends too. I'm going to mark this one in between. That's going to be a yellow light for me. Now, let's go look at the stock. Let's go look at the stock. This is in a downtrend, okay? If you own HIMS, I got bad news for you. You are inside of a very obvious downtrend. Does that mean it's going to downtrend from $45 to zero? I'm not saying that, and I never would. But you, as an astute investor who has put your money into the market, you are at risk. Remember, all stocks are bad. Every once in a while, they act right. This stock is not acting right at all. It is trending down, and this is not a stock that I would own no matter what. So the trend is bearish, absolutely hands down bearish. With the sell signal that came on August 5th. When was that? Let me just throw up August 5th on here. The sell signal came here, August 5th. Right. How far are we down from 55 to 45? I mean, that's a very sizable move. It's probably hurting really bad to own this stock. Fear and greed. I'm pretty sure it's not getting greedier, but you know what? I could be wrong. Maybe it's hit a bottom. I mean, what we've seen here is the greed go from a score of 63, fell off a cliff all the way down to 18. That may have been the bottom. It's coming up ever so slightly. I'll give you that one. That's a bit of a surprise. Outlier blocks in the way? Not until you get way up here at 65. So I'll give you that part. This is a weak sell for me. HIMS is a weak sell. There's no way that I'd be buying this. Not at all. Now, real quick, what is Outlier and how does it work? It is a stock analytics platform that allows you to follow what Warren Buffett says here. Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Outlier shows you if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy and by how much. And I'm showing you exactly how to use it. And this allows you to get in a stock before the outlier move happens. Now, if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, it's just 3 easy steps. Step 1, grab the annual pass for just 82 cents a day. Step 2, if you are on the monthly plan, you can upgrade with 1 click and save 64%. Start using the Outlier 9. I'm showing you how to do this right now in this video. And step 3 is sit back and relax because you just found the easiest way to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. Now let's jump over into Nvidia. We've got earnings coming up soon for Nvidia. Chris will not trade earnings. Right? We have seen stocks rocket to the moon, and we have seen stocks that get absolutely monkey hammered to death around earnings. You don't have to put yourself in that situation. If you see earnings are coming, you can remove yourself from the stock so you don't have the risk, because I know you're probably super duper excited. Nvidia is only going to go up from here, and it has been in a big, beautiful uptrend for a hot minute. But that doesn't mean that earnings will guarantee you anything. It doesn't mean earnings will show you great results. In fact, earnings are always risky. So that's the trend of the market. The sector, remember, this is the tech sector, which looks like hot doo-doo. Let's go to the stock itself. Is in a big, beautiful trend. Is it still? Is it still? It is still. Now, I've actually gone and calculated for you the expected move for when earnings happens. The expected move as of right now is about $11 either way. $11 either way, up or down. Now, it could blow through that, or it could be a nothing burger, but that is the expected move right now. The trend is still bullish. We've got the 10 over 20, prices over 50. Price closed multiple days under the 20, though. That's a big red flag for me. The signal on Nvidia is sitting on a sell signal that came on Wednesday. There you go. That same sell signal right there. The fear and greed on Nvidia is going down hard and fast. It's getting way more fearful, way faster. And then any outlier blocks? No outlier blocks just yet. So I will give you this one here. Nvidia is a weak sell. Nvidia is a weak sell. If you're holding into earnings, hoping for a big, beautiful, giant move, nobody can predict that. But you are setting yourself up for a very high risk situation that you don't have to risk anything on. If you want to just hold cash, get through earnings, and then get back in, you can always do that. You can always do that. Let's go to our final stock, Palantir. Palantir is a perfect example of what can happen after earnings, both directions, right? A big, giant move up, and then a big, giant move down. This would be a gap and a crap right there on Palantir. So this is going to stay the same. This is still in the tech sector, which is hot dog doo-doo right now. So we're not going to put anything there. Next, let's go to the stock. The stock looks horrible. You do have the 10 under the 20. It's kissing itself right now. Earlier today, it was under the 50. I'm not going to give you a bullish trend. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. Am I fudging it a little bit? Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to give you a bullish trend on Palantir. The signal. Sell like hell on Friday, August 15th. Let's see where that was. Friday, August 15th. That was your sell like hell signal. I closed under the 10 EMA. That's not good. Fear and greed. Getting way more fearful, way faster. That's not looking good at all. Any outlier blocks? There is one up here, but it's $20 away at this point. So I'm going to continue to leave that on there just because I can. This is my show. I get to do what I want. This is a strong sell across all possible scenarios. Do not buy Palantir. Do not buy Palantir. This is a horrible place to be on this stock. Listen, I am completely empathetic to you. If you are owning Palantir, you may not have all the data that we have here. I get it. You may have had this huge run in Palantir and it made so much money. I get it. But you don't have to hold a stock as it's crashing down. You want to buy stocks as they're crashing up, which Palantir did. You don't want to buy stocks as they're crashing down. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, well, I could dollar cost average and it'll be so smart. I'll be such a genius. Remember, genius, that if you are averaging into a stock as it's going down, your average price will be exactly the same if you buy it on this side or on this side of the curve. You can buy it here in February and then wait until April to be back to profitability. Or you can buy it as stocks are crashing up and be to profitability that much faster, and you will still have the exact same average price. The exact same average price. Remember, buy stocks as they're crashing up, not as they're crashing down. And remember, all stocks are bad, but every once in a while they act right. If you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, click one of these two videos, and we'll talk soon.